Yo. All right. Time to get this new game mode up. I am so close. So I have it set up now to enable the new game mode. So we've got this date coming in from the config, landing menu, accelerate date. Here it is, config.accelerate date. So if accelerate is active, then start is not locked. If it is, then it is locked. So if I go back in time, because the game mode has a start date now, so if I'm on, say, the first, still active. Let's try May. Okay, so this is the date right now, May 8th. I can't go below that. If I am, say, in transcend mode, yeah, now it's different. This goes all the way back to the release date. So if I go to the 12th and then I change to accelerate, see, it's disabled, so you can't go into accelerate mode. So to fix that, you can go to a later date and then you can enter accelerate mode. Perfect. Okay, we have to edit this. Support. Just to get a nice mix of chargers here, because I feel like right now the game mode is relatively on the easy side. The failure state is just, if you miss a shot once you're on lap maybe 4 or 5, then yeah, that's the only way you're going to lose. If I change this to a charger, X room 10. That's a little bit nicer. A little bit more tense room. Room 14. That's a new mechanic. Next, room 5. Charger. Support. Spawner. Support. I think this is a 50-50. No, it's not. That's why it's spawning more gunners. I can't change this over here, so we are going to need a second enemy spawn type. Support static. support ACC, handle support ACC, handle support ACC, rand dot boolean, gunner and charger. Not bad. Now I hope I don't crash the stream again. I just did a restart, so we should have some memory to pull this off. I just have to change one value. One value, that's it. And then we can free up all the extra memory. Support ACC 98. Support ACC. Instead of putting it here, I'll just finally use this. Support A. Okay, that's it. I think that's all we need to do. Handle support A. Support A. Okay. This should be live now in the editor as well. Support A. Okay, I didn't add it in the sections. Support A. Okay. This is gonna need a restart. This is gonna need a restart. Room 10. X room. Let's re-roll this. Charger again. Charger. There's too many chargers here, man. Gunner. Nice. Gunner. Why are they always all the same, dude? I think that's because the seed is the same. This is the issue, because I think per section the seed doesn't change, and this is a problem with the transcend mode also. It's a little bit inconvenient because for levels that are set up where I just repeat the same section over and over again, the randomizer is working off of the same value, so it doesn't produce a mix, and that's slightly problematic. I know exactly where this problem is happening, but fixing it is a little bit difficult. Level.cs section instance sections, add a new section instance right here. So you see this seed here. It's always the same. This seed. let's just test this. Rand dot count 100. Okay, let's just see. This is obviously, it's going to make it not deterministic, which is fine for now. I just want to see. X row 10. Now, hopefully, it's going to be a mix of chargers. Gunner, charger. You see that? Did you just see that? This is, oh man, this has to be fixed. There has to be a way to fix this. Let's re-roll. That was a gunner. Gunner again. So that was charger, gunner, gunner. Gunner, charger, charger. Charger, gunner, charger. And this is what we need. We need this seed. But this is like at the core. This is at the core of the level generator. A simple flag would do. Like if this problem, like, because I don't want to change the old levels, so there has to be like after a certain date, maybe we can introduce it. But before that, the seed calculation has to be kept the way it was before. So this looks like a constant kind of like date function. Like after a certain date, we make it so that the randomizer is updating the seed. Oh, it's raining. That is messy. It's a little bit messy. But I don't see a different way of doing this. Level, first let's do this systematically. Let's write part of the sequence we will write. Okay. New level instance. Okay. Parent null. Where are you being called from? Accelerate mode, current date, and level. Okay, cool. Loom, current date, level. See, this is where we're preparing the timeline. So over here, I see maybe some kind of like a flag going in, telling the generator that, hey, actually, you know what? We can do section-wise seeds, right? So new level instance, bool seed. Okay, let's start simple. Public bool seed some random seeds is equal to false. So we're going to keep the same behavior for now, the way it is at the moment. Section seeds are okay, random seeds, we'll figure out where to set it. Okay, and over here where we pass the seed, right, over here, where is it here, right? Else var seed is equal to da. Okay, is equal to seed. Okay, and if a random seeds is set, then seed is equal to rand dot what was this, seed dot. I want to tickle. I don't want to add. See, so the thing is, the level doesn't have its own randomizer, right? Seed. Only the sections have a randomizer. So the seeds have to be generated deterministically. So say for example a sublevel is present, say for example, and it's selected here. Pick level F. Oh wait, we do have r dot integer. This is, yeah, this is coming in from the outside. Ref r push sub level, push section. We could use the same ref random. This is coming in all the way from the timeline. So if we go to loom, new level instance, this r over here is coming from here. Ref r day set ref r. So this is our global engine randomizer. Pretty neat. Day set r dot seed. That's where it's seeded. Now if I use this over here, say for example, because I have a reference to it, right? If I use it here, push sublevel, section sublevels, it looks like it's going to be deterministic. So I can just, like an easy way to do it would be just to add the section count. Like say for example, if random seeds, then seed plus is equal to the number of sections. Okay, sections dot count. There you go. Just simple. Okay, so let's see if this works. Okay, it's let's set this to true. So now just changing the seed by one that's enough randomness. At least it's not using the same random number every time, because like when the sections are like totally identical, the same enemy gets picked. Charger. Okay, maybe we didn't luck out that time. Gunner again. Oh, that's why. Random seeds. Again, X room 10. Charger. Gunner. Charger. Okay. We have that much set up now. So this random seeds flag, false. Now, here's what we can do. Okay. This isn't really a problem in the transcend mode because there aren't that many repeating sections. Like up until the last part of the game, like in level 5, I have some sections that repeat, and over there I guess it's really just okay for it to repeat because it's at the end of a very long level. So we don't need to inject like a more randomness over there for no reason. But in accelerate mode, because the level is so short, having the shorter repeating sections be exactly the same, just it makes it too easy. The level just feels too repetitive. Like inside that repeated sections, there has to be some variety. So random seeds. Random seeds can be set to true random seeds is equal to false, random seeds is equal to true. Where is parent set here? The parent is not set here, parent is not set here, parent is set here. Okay, this is the only part where I am setting the parent. Now we need to pass one more variable here for the random seeds. Push sublevel random seeds. Oh, I guess we could just reference the parent random. But we just need to set it once. Level instance parent. If the parent has random seeds, then we're Gucci. Timeline flags. There is no identifying here what timeline this belongs to. Fascinating. Maybe it could do that. Or not. Level instance. Which timeline do you belong to? Levels don't need to really know that. They don't need to know what timeline they're in. Level instance stub, level forced injection. I'm already doing this forced injection here. This is to like fix the, this is gone now actually. A1, check this out. In batch 2, A1 is set to 0. This one was producing some breaking levels, so especially after batch 1 where I added some of the special segments. So that problem is solved now. So this would never be called again after the date where I release batch 2. Level instance seed r dot integer. Okay, all right. We need a random seeds flag. Let's just have a look at what the code is doing. Make timeline and over here level instance, new level instance. Timelines are being defined. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. For the time being, we're going to set this, we're going to allow the timeline to decide if it is going to inject random seeds or not. Okay, and when I define these over here, I'll just make it so that main awaken circle, in circle we can circular true random seeds is equal to true. Random seeds is equal to false. So by default, this will be false. Random seeds here is set to true. And when I make levels here, we are just going to make it so that at the end here, we just tell it that, hey, listen, you can do random seeds. Random seeds. Random seeds. I should have created some problems. Oh, oops. What's up? Okay, so now basically what we've done is the timeline decides who is allowed to inject random seeds, and only circle is doing that. Accelerate registry.timelines. Great. Created at 2014-8/1. Sure. Oh, the timeline has a created at. That's funny. This should be okay now. So level random seeds is false by default. Now when I call parent, this comma random seeds, so when a sublevel is generated, this level instance is called, push section is called, and here random seeds will be set to true, and in that case the seed will be incremented by the number of sections in that level. Makes sense? Makes sense. Checkpoint. Okay, let's take her for a spin. Okay, accelerate. Charger. Come on, gunner. Yes. Cool. Now that it is tied to the timeline, I changed my mind. I want to set a hard date. Confusion. Confused. Because here's the issue with this, right? If when I'm testing levels, I'm actually testing levels in transcend mode. So that's gonna make it so that the random seed thing only fires up when I'm actually in accelerate mode and not when I'm testing. Makes it kind of annoying. Also, just, to think this through properly, if I am in transcend mode, okay, and there is one level that has 4 sections, and each of those sections happens to start with a support enemy, just, even if the sections are different, but they start with a support enemy. The first selection of if whether it's a gunner or a charger will always be the same for each section. That ain't Gucci, bro. That ain't Gucci. That is not cool. Do you feel? Okay, I want to make it a hard date. I'm just gonna set a date, okay, and after that date, it's just not going to, okay, I want to stream stealth so that I can get into my config, okay, and set a date. Date time random seeds. And this is going to be, this is gonna have to be, you know what, fine, it's today. 6/8 2026 6/8. Look, I'm gonna split the timelines anyway. We have to test these levels before they go on console. So I'm gonna push out this update on PC. So even if this change goes in, the timelines will already be different. Random seeds in 2026 6/8. And I can time it for the PC release so that there isn't any discrepancy between the days on the leaderboard. So the day the update goes live, this random seeds function will just work. Okay, let me see. Let me just roll back these changes. Okay, I don't wanna do this piecemeal like this. Okay, timelines are now indifferent to accelerate. Name accelerate, and in level random seeds, random seeds, random seeds, random seeds, random seeds. Okay, if date time, what's up, underscore date time is greater than, if config dot, am I still in stealth mode? Now you can see, if config dot random seeds is not equal to null and date time is greater than or equal to config dot random seeds, then and only then are random seeds going to be selected. Okay, now to confirm that this is working, we are going to test the level outside of accelerate mode. Level instance. Now, when this section instance is called, I am sending in the level instance as well. So, you know, just to get a sneak peek, debug.log $sign level instance dot name. I don't have the index here now, do I? No worries. And seed. All right. And now if we go to a previous date, we will start seeing repeats here for the seeds inside one level. Level instance dot name. Bugged. Let's see if this works. So these are the sequential seeds. You look at this, 8.1, 8.2, 8.3. This is, you know what, this is enough. Now these are all the levels that were generated today. Now if we go back, if we just change the date, let's change the date. Now I'm on the 3rd, okay. Day set. Now there you go. These are all repeating with the same seed. You see that? Now I'll change the date again to the 7th. Same. Whoa, look at this. 10 sections with the same. Fascinating. Tutorial 6, tutorial 3, XS10. So all of these are repeating. You see that? Now I'm going to go to the present day. Look, no repeats. All seeds are now different. Working as intended. There could be some overflows here. Rare chance. I don't think it really matters. Okay, this is a neat way to do this. Random seed. I just have to be super sure of when these updates go live. So X room 10. What is I'm on today? Okay, X room 10. Charger. Gunner. Already in the green. Charger. Okay. We're good. Even these levels will be different now. Charger, charger, gunner. Sweet. Okay. This is good. So there's a hard date after which the random seeds will kick in. Not bad at all. And I could just stick with one date and it'll be fine. I know we're doing like the nightly build. We'll just have the leaderboards disabled on that. So on that day we can on that build we can do whatever we want. I think this is fine. Let's change this. Just one more. I need more charging enemies here. Support. X room 7. Now this should also have some variety in it. Charger. Very aggressive. Very aggressive. Gunner. Gunner. And another gunner. Gunner. Charger. Charger. Okay, cool. Cool. Working as intended. $26,602. I think, yeah, that's fine. Need to ready this up by Friday, latest by Friday. What is the date today? We got time. We got time, bro. We got time. In the next update, I want to make these actually two-tone, not just single shade. I've finally decided to completely give up on the random color selection thing and just handcraft palettes along with the shaders. So I'll just select the colors. I'll select the patterns and just define them as like these like individual preset kind of configurations and just make a bunch of them that I really like and have the game pick between them. Right now it's not doing that. Right now it's just it's picking from a set of patterns and it's applying directly after that. It just picks one of 7 palettes and applies it to the pattern. So like for example over here we do, what did I do? Oh my god. Where's my multicolored ball? Yeah, like over here there is this one two-tone color, like these third stripes. This is it's all right. Like it's not the best. Like I need more control over this. Like the shade is okay. Like I think I can design this a little bit better. Sweet. Man, I woke up so early today. One point 2.8. I think we've skipped like 3 versions from the default branch. So I'm gonna have to go up in serial. I think it's 1.2.6 right now. 1.2.5. I think 1 week is going to be enough time for us to play around with the new levels, see if everything is working well before we push out to consoles. And I'll also have screenshots, the screenshot Saturday. I meant Shuriken Saturdays in by then. I think we already have the new levels in this one. No, I don't think so. Maybe I changed it back. Registry batch to 8626, 8626, 8626. Okay. Let's see if they're here. Yeah, this is the pill. Yeah, so this is already a different level from batch 2. I've not prioritized the new pieces in any way, so the shuffle is just going to be completely unbiased. So Some days expect jump pads, other days maybe not. DTP2. I knew there was something wrong here. C2. None. And you can have a waypoint. Okay, you already have a waypoint. That's cool. Props dot sped for okay. DTB2M. All right. Riskiest reload. Okay, I was testing. Room 2. Yeah, I could fix this. No need to threaten the player here. Charger X room 1. What just happened? X room 1M. I think there is, yeah, there is something wrong here. Someone is waking up. AOE static E appears 0. Yeah, you not needed here. Charger. Pow, 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 pow. Maybe there could be another. Let's see. Can we squeeze in another enemy here? Pow, 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 pow. No, I think it'll be a bit too much. Let's try it anyway. Support. It's all the way up in the corner here so that the player has some extra time. Not bad, not bad. Bow, 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 bow. Okay. You can see the difficulty is going to start going up. Wait. Charger AOE apply save. 13. What is room 13 got for us? Yeah, this is okay. Room 9. Not bad. Room 8. Okay, room 6. I don't want to make all of them difficult. room 6. I think one of these could be yes, you got me. Y0 apply. This could be a no, not shooter, support. Room 6, please. Pow, 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 pow. Reroll. I'm tempted to just add the AoE on all chargers or like all gunners, but only in accelerate mode. Gunner, gunner, gunner. Am I on a previous date? No, I'm on the current date. What's going on? Where's my random? Gunner, gunner again. Charger, okay. Cool. X room 4. Let's keep one easy. Easy room. Okay. I don't want to make them all too difficult. What we're missing right now in this game mode is the special sections like we have in level 1, 2, and 3 of Transcend, where we squeeze in the Weapons Wednesdays. That would be a cool bonus to have, just to throw in more variety. On the off chance where the player needs it. Because this is going to be a daily mode, so like this is also like trying to churn up a new level every day. So on some special days it could do something different. That's actually not a bad idea. I should implement that. X specials. Not too difficult to implement. There's just we're going to need one extra pool over here, X, or I could just add it here, X traits, X turns, X specials. Like for example, let's see B specials. See, B specials stub is just this straight thing with one weight value of 1, and the rest of these are weight value 0.1, so that's why they're like a rare occurrence. So in most cases B specials stub will be selected. Similar, basically just a similar setup like this in the other game mode, in the new game mode. That should be easy. Should spin that up. The question is, should I move this to should I move all the X levels into the new batch? So their starting date could line up with the starting date of the accelerate mode. already have a date limiter on it. So I don't want to separate out. I don't want to combine the new batch with the accelerate mode. Maybe it could be its own batch actually. That might be a good idea. Man, if I could just push everything out immediately, like just right now, just cut to the chase. Don't want to be juggling dates for no reason. Just all the content out. But I do want to test it. Hmm. Decisions. Like I think about this stuff so much, I know in the end it's just gonna be like I'm just gonna decide on something because it just feels like the right thing to do. And I'm just gonna do that. So this is all just a waste of time. Interesting. Okay. B specials, X traits, add pool X specials, add X specials. Okay. Now we go to level editor, we take batch launch, B specials, B special stub, save as X special stub. And I can remove this, apply, remove this link, just make it a small X special stub, add level to pool, X special stub, add level not found. Damn. Save X special stub. It's funny how the created add date is not the new one because I did a save as. Is that it? Interesting. Batch 2, batch launch, add pool X specials, add X special stub. Add it. Sweet. 8626. Save changes. Okay. So X special stubs is here. I am going to see how I have. No, not C1. X1, please. Yes. So straights, breaks. After the break, we could have. Yeah. So this 4x3 is. Are there waypoints here? Nope. 4x3. 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 Why am I still doing it like this? I don't need to do it like this. Okay, x1, 3, 2.5. All right, how about that? 4 by 2.5, because why not? 4 by 2.5, there's your X special stub. Now, C special stub, no, C1. C specials. So that's just a direct injection over here. So X traits, X breaks, and over here breaks straight. Okay, before the straight, I will have a X specials. There you go. Okay. Now these genuinely belong in the new batch. So I decide the batch date. Okay, let's say if we were going to release it today, right? At least in the nightly, I would change all of the X levels, all the pools that are in the X level. I would make them available on this date, and I would set the accelerate mode back date to 8th of June. And that's it. That should just work. That implies that those pools are in a batch of their own. Because otherwise, if they're in batch 2, then the batch 2 date will go alongside that. They'll be in the same batch. I want to use this shortcut bulk set date on the batch, on the whole batch. So all of these levels that are being added into transcend will also go along with that date. These being in the launch, just it doesn't make sense. They don't need to be here. 8626. I could very easily just turn it into its own batch. Like just call it the accelerate batch and just put those levels. Set that date to the date in the config. And batch 2 can be added on its own later. Like one thing that I don't have the functionality for is to see if, yeah, I didn't make that because it's not required. So levels that address different levels, they don't really test like when they were added. So if they're in a pool and you're referencing a level from a level inside a pool, it should be able to access it regardless of like the date at which it's available, because now it's decoupled from the level's own created add date. That is no longer a variable that's like required. 31.7.14. Okay, cool. I'll just add it to, I'll move these to batch 2. And the new content and the new game mode and everything it'll have one set date. Let's see how that plays out. I'm less worried because we're going to try this out on the nightly first. So less chances of us breaking everything. We can do this. We got this. Should I do it now? Wait, this is already implemented, right? Okay, so if I accelerate right now, X special stub should show up. There it is. There it is. So after the second straight and break 5, it will look almost identical. So very stealthy addition there. This is the break, and I think this, yeah, X special stub should be here. There you go. I'm on X special stub. Now I'm on XS10. There you go. All right. Chaos Central. X room 2. Are you always a charger? Don't always be a charger, man. Come on. Give me a little room to breathe. X rooms to much better. X1 C specials. Yeah, gonna have to think of some levels that would fit this. This is usually a 2 or 3 section repeat thingy. X straight is just like an interval, and this goes into like the final, you know, this is the longest section of the level, I think. So the straight is a nice kind of break. X specials could be like this footnote to the X breaks, and I'm thinking like small kind of odd interactions that the player could have. Not like I don't want to do another repeat section right after that, because like over here like there are 2 straights, and then there's one section that repeats twice, and then there's 3 sections, like one section that repeats thrice. So it has that nice kind of fractal thingy going on for it. I'm gonna stick to that. X specials. I think I know what I'm gonna do there. Like some kind of like trick shots or something. It has to stand out from the regular X straights, because the regular X straights right now are just like a single shot in the forward direction or something, a single shot and then one shot to the right. You could just like break that up a little bit and have a very kind of odd, different kind of tangential motion there, just so it stands out. Only on some days, because it's the special bracket. X specials. I think this can go. X specials. X straights. Okay, not bad. I want to get back to this. I'm gonna take a walk. Might go for a swim before it starts raining again. Alright, catch you all again soon. Infinite bliss.